Gervonta "The Tank" Davis.
Everything to the body. Everything to the body. Chopping downstairs. Chopping. Brick hand. Now this, even his shots upstairs here, that's still a body shot on Jake Paul. Everything's a body shot he's throwing, even when he's changing the levels of the shot. That's a body shot. That's a body shot. That's a body shot.
Gervonta Tank Davis, it's my prediction that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to weigh in on the night of the fight against Jake Paul, knocking on 160 pounds. Don't be surprised if he's 157 pounds.
Gervonta Tank Davis shocked everyone with his strong, bulked-up body at the new press conference for his fight with Jake Paul. His recent training videos show how focused and powerful he's become. Experts say Tank's plan is to attack Jake's body, wearing him down with non-stop punches that drain his energy and break his rhythm. Davis wants to prove that Jake's size won't stop his fast, explosive offense.
So this isn't necessarily a ton of technique work. It may not even have anything to do with what they're trying to bring to the Jake fight. But when I watch it, I see a guy that's targeting the body. And it's the best thing that Tank could do for this fight. I mean, trying to go headshot for headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably Jake's 7 inches taller than he is. I'm assuming he's going to have a bit of a reach, even though Tank has a kind of freakish reach for his height. I don't think that's a great idea. And again, you're at eye level with Jake's belly button damn near. So you're going to have to be able to land shots right there on the waistline. And it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there, you have to attack the body. Not that it's necessarily going to hurt Jake to the body and he's going to cripple, but it's going to slow him down, or at least that's the idea, is to slow him down, to drop his hands, and that way that we're in the, whatever, 6th, 7th, 8th round of this fight, and those hands start to fall a little bit, and Jake's gas tank is being tested, and then Tank, when he closes distance, and he will have to close distance damn near the entirety of the fight unless Jake's just like walking forward the whole time. I don't think that'll happen.
Former world champion Shawn Porter never hesitates to give respect where it's due. When it comes to Gervonta Davis, his words mean a lot. Porter called Tank a dog in the ring, a fighter with rare hunger and toughness. He praised how Davis never backs down, no matter the opponent. That mix of mental strength and natural talent makes Tank one of the most dangerous boxers today. Porter said his combination of discipline, aggression, and smart fighting separates him from others who rely only on strength. To Porter, Tank shows the true heart of a fighter, one who loves challenges and fights with purpose.
And, and the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of that what he just said, you can put them earmuffs up and go at it. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it, you know, so.
Right. Boxing analyst Showbiz recently cleared up one big myth about Gervonta Davis, his size. Many fans think Tank is small because he fights in lighter divisions. But Showbiz revealed that Davis walks around at 160 pounds. He said Tank isn't small, he's short but powerful, built for strength. That's how he can punch so explosively even against taller fighters. Showbiz added that Davis's natural power and balance let him control distance and deliver knockouts with scary accuracy. So calling him small is wrong. Tank might fight in lighter weights, but he hits like a much bigger man.
That he can yield that type of weight. He's a bowling ball. He ain't a little guy like you guys say. The Tanky Wanky say he's a little guy. But I got more receipts. Do you guys remember what, 2 years ago against Mario Barrios to make 140? He was coming down in weight.
144.1.
Weighing in at 144 plus. Huh? I even got more receipts for you guys. Remember against Ryan Garcia, right? You saw him stacking on snacky cakes and all kind of Skittles and shit, you know, for the all access with him versus Ryan Garcia. I think this was like episode 2 or something. It was hilarious. But he goes in the store and they have to weigh him. And in that store, he weighs 150 pounds.
Good, thank you.
How much I weigh?
154.
154?
Yes, sir.
All right, weigh me one more time.
All right, 150.
150? What is on? All right, bet.
And then the most famous audio leak that the War Room made famous, that we sent out and it went viral when Team Tank said that Gervonta Tank Davis walks around at 160 pounds.
He ain't gonna never want to fight at 135 again. He will, but I'm saying that's such a big company, man. What's his walk around weight? No, walk around? Like just, you know what I mean? 160? Well, he get up big, but like, what's his walk around weight?
Behind the scenes, Gervonta Davis is training harder than ever. His new workout clips show him focused, throwing sharp combos, moving fast, and working on perfect timing. Trainers say his sessions are tough but smart. Davis doesn't just train for stamina, he trains to destroy. Every punch is practiced like it's fight night. He's been sparring with heavier fighters to handle Jake Paul's size. Observers say Tank now looks quicker, stronger, and calmer than ever. This version of Davis isn't just ready to win, he's ready to dominate. His work proves why he's not just a boxer, but a superstar. While fans look forward to the Jake Paul fight, Claressa Shields and other boxing voices raised concerns about Tank's future. Shields criticized Davis for talking about retiring after the fight. She said if he's truly the best, he should. Face top names like Shocker Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, who've been calling him out. Critics argue that avoiding those fights could make him look like he's dodging real competition. They want him to prove himself against elite fighters, not just crossover stars. Others, however, think Shields overlooks Tank's mental and emotional stress, which plays a big role in his choices.
I don't care what nobody say. Gervonta got skills out this world. He's a scary dude. He's scary. Ain't no way he say he supposed to come back and get Shakur, Devin, Ryan, Teofimo, whoop all these ass. Now he like, I'm about to retire after I fight Jake. No, I don't let nobody talk about me like that. The way that Shakur disrespect him, the way that Devin talked to him, the way that Ryan, he already knocked out Ryan. The way that these dudes be talking, he supposed to come back and get them. He the man, right? He where everybody say is the best. I ain't leaving no food on the table. When I'm done boxing, I'm whooping all these girls. They all getting beat. You said you can beat me? Oh, okay, I'm gonna figure out a way to get you. You just wait.
Leonard Ellerb, Gervonta Davis's longtime advisor, shared personal details about the fighter's mindset. He said Tank wasn't mentally ready to face Lamont Roach because he was dealing with deep personal struggles. Davis went through tough emotional times that drained him, so fighting then would have been a bad move. Instead, Tank chose to recover and find balance. Ellerb said people forget that Davis is human, not just a machine. He's faced family issues, public criticism, and the pressure of fame. His choices, Ellerb explained, aren't about fear. They're about staying mentally healthy while chasing greatness.
Leonard Ellerby said, to tell you the truth, Gervonta Davis couldn't get up for Lamont Roach. And what does that mean? It means that he could not get inspired, that he was not motivated to fight Lamont Roach, that his mind was not in a place where it was like, yeah, okay, let's get it. And he was going to war with Lamont Roach. He was going through the motions with Lamont Roach during the training camp and could never really get himself motivated to really give the best of himself against Lamont Roach. And that probably affected him during training and during the fight. And that is something that can happen, especially if you really look back on what happened with the Lamont Roach fight and all of the ups and downs about that fight being made. Because first, if you recall, he wasn't supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach. The person he was supposed to be fighting was Vasily Lomachenko. You know, the guy that everybody says that he doesn't want to fight, that he didn't want to fight. Gervonta Davis was up and prepared to fight Vasily Lomachenko. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that if he tries to make a fight with Vasily Lomachenko, that fight doesn't go through. Then he tries to make a fight with Lamont Roach. He can't get the fight done for Houston with Lamont Roach because there was all kind of venue problems and drama going on around Gervonta getting a venue in Houston. So they wind up eventually moving the fight to New York City and pushing it back even further. So not only is it a fight where he didn't just jump out of from his last fight that he had and jump into a fight with Lamont Roach, he got held up. And then also during that period of time, he had to spend some time in jail for a parole violation after I believe that might have been after the Lamont Roach fight.
In one of his most honest interviews, Gervonta Davis said his goal wasn't fame or belts at first. He started boxing to escape his hard life and create a better future for himself and his family. Success later changed his direction, but not his mindset. Even after earning money and fame, he still fights to stay ahead of the struggle he came from. That survival drive makes him dangerous. Davis's story shows that under the spotlight is a man who fought for identity, not luxury. Every punch he throws is proof that he refuses to return to the life he escaped.
And while he's fighting YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, who is 12 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 7 wins by way of knockout, opposed to fighting against the likes of his peers who are well accomplished and superstars in their own right for legacy fights like Shakur Stevenson, like Teofimo Lopez, like Devin Haney, why he's not interested in those fights. And he gets real, right? He gets real, and only thing we could do is salute it, right? Because he's saying, I never told y'all I wanted to be a world champion. I never told y'all I wanted to be undisputed. I got into this for myself and my circumstances to escape from my circumstances. And that's real. We can't blame him for that. We hold him in high regard because the statements he's made and misled people when he said he got a hit list that he wants to check off before he retires, and that hit list includes Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, who turned down the fight because of a severe back injury. And then he told the world, he told Champside, it would be great for him to become undisputed. So I think that he had a change of heart at some point in time along the way, right?
Former UFC champion Daniel Cormier showed strong doubt about the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis matchup. Watching the promotions, he said it feels more like a media show than a real fight. Cormier pointed out the huge size difference, saying that even though Davis is very skilled, the weight gap makes it unfair. He warned that fights like this could hurt boxing's reputation, turning it into a show instead of a sport. Cormier's point wasn't to insult the fighters, it was to protect boxing's credibility. He said fights should be based on skill, weight, and fairness, not hype.
Jake Paul. Yesterday they had their first press conference. One of the most recognizable things is Jake Paul is huge compared to Gervonta Davis. And two, Gervonta Davis don't even know what weight they fighting, D.
Maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know.
DC, I watched this, and we have our priorities way misplaced when we're talking about boxing. Like, everybody's complaining about this Ali act and all. Like, how is something like this allowed to happen? How is Jake Paul allowed to fight Gervonta Davis? It's
I don't know.
Completely unfair. It is completely just, it's, I can't say the word that I want to say because I don't want to get canceled, but this fight should not be happening. And the press conference was embarrassing. Gervonta Davis should not have a mic in front of him. It was absolutely embarrassing watching this thing.
D, why? Why, D?
Just the fact that, like, every time when Jake Paul would say something to Gervonta Davis, he didn't know how to answer it. He was comparing himself to, like, P. Diddy at moments, and I was like, oh my God, get a mic away from this guy. This fight shouldn't be happening. And then he didn't even know what weight they were fighting. He's like, I thought it was
bad,
190. It was 195.
That was the craziest thing. That was the thing that stood out to me the most. Was that when they go, the rehydration limit or something is 195. And he goes, wait, I thought it was 190.
Analyst Adoleo said that exhibition fights are fine, but only when fighters are past their prime. He explained that Mayweather versus Logan Paul worked because neither was chasing titles anymore. But in this case, both Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis are active and in their best form, making it questionable. His main worry is that these crossover fights blur the line between sport and entertainment. If this continues, fans might care more about drama than real boxing skill. Many experts agree. The sport must protect its true identity before it becomes just viral entertainment.
Whether you agree with it or not, Gervonta is considered the #1 lightweight in the world. And it's a division that includes Shakur Stevenson, a lot of young guns coming up. I'm not any more sure if it's going to include Keyshawn Davis, but it's a hot division. He's considered #1 in that division. Like, that's why I kind of find this a bit, I don't know. Like, there are challenges out there for Gervonta. There are big money fights out there for Gervonta. We want to see Gervonta in those fights. Again, I don't know how many fights people want to see AJ in, just to make the AJ Jake Paul comparison. One, as far as I'm concerned, that was Tyson Fury. I don't really have any interest in seeing AJ in any other more fights. Whereas Gervonta Davis, I wanted and still do want to see him in so many more fights. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. These exhibition things are, like, really and truly, they should all be when your career's done. Like, when you think of Floyd versus Logan Paul, it's done, right? Floyd versus Conor. Did he have one more after? Was that it? I can't even remember. But it was right at the end. It was done. Right at the end. Even if it wasn't. Right at the end. These guys having these exhibition fights in between what is the peak of their career is kind of weird for me. Very, very weird. And then it isn't even comparable to Ngannou Fury, because at least these guys were the same size. Like, Jake Paul is a 215, 220 pound guy. I don't know what he walks around at. Gervonta fights at 135.
UFC President Dana White gave his blunt opinion. He said most fans don't care about the fight's competition. They just want chaos. But he admitted the event could actually help Gervonta Davis, even if the matchup seems uneven. It gives Tank a chance to reach a bigger audience outside boxing fans. White said Jake Paul's fame on social media will attract huge attention. That exposure could grow Davis's brand, money, and global fan base. Dana's final thought was clear. Even if the fight seems odd, it could take Tank's stardom to the next level.
Jake Paul to beat Gervonta Davis. This is not a fight that I'm excited for at all. I would rather have Gervonta Davis fighting in a real boxing match against the likes of Lamont Roach, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Emmanuel Navarrete, anybody that is in the 135-pound division and around. That's where I want to see Gervonta Davis fight. However, we live in a world where everybody is trying to do things as big as possible. And the biggest fights possible right now, unfortunately for the sport of boxing, is an exhibition fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. So I do like it for this reason, though. I like it because it is allowing Gervonta Davis to have a fight that is going to be big and that the mainstream media is going to have to cover, the mainstream media outside the world of boxing. Gervonta Davis has been, without a doubt, blocked, having venues blocked, having fighters, having other promoters paying fighters away to go different directions from Gervonta Davis. So Gervonta Davis was in a bit of a hole. And he gets an opportunity to fight Jake Paul for $200 million or whatever. I don't mind it at all. As long as Gervonta Davis comes back to the world of boxing after he gets done with this, hey man, you got your money, no worries. But you gotta love Dana White having the audacity to pick Jake Paul in this fight and says something to the effect that, hey, he was talking to Logan Paul